And
Especially,
also, they intend not to be stressed. That's how you
Thank
people
you.
come in to relieve them of the stress.
oh yes,
You normally believe that the property manager wouldn't want to know how many people are renting in the place.
I
course.
agree.
All they need to know is
1.5 has come.
the money there?
Yeah.
you get it. So regardless of how you're figuring out how to raise this money, they don't care.
when this tenant pays their rent for 3-6 months, sometimes they look at this space is big. How do I make sure we share this rent with some people?
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, good people. I welcome you today. In today's episode, we are going to talk about various things. In our previous episode of Beneficial Success, I was with my brother Robert and we discussed various things regarding beneficial success. And today, I'm delighted to introduce to you my brother and co-author, Mr. Katumba Nicholas Gastas, who is here with me. And he will be introducing himself. And most importantly, I still have Robert with us so that we may complete all that we never completed. In today's episode, I want to tell our viewers that we are going to discuss about how we transfer or pass on beneficial success, how beneficial success moves, how we transfer it. So we are going to start with a preamble and then we shall carry it on from there. My brother, you remember in our chapter 3 of this book, how we are discussing of how this beneficial success can be transferred, how it can be passed on. So please let our viewers know how beneficial success can be passed on. Thank you.
Yes, greetings. Hope it's a great time. And I'm so honored and humbled to be part of this great panel. And I believe we are going to have a wonderful time together.
Definitely.
So discussing or talking about how we can transform or pass on beneficial success. In the chapter 3, as he has said, we gave an example of an arcade.
Oh, yeah.
I believe we can use that since it's what we have.
Yeah, I agree. And also, given the fact that we have someone who deals with real estate, it will do us good.
That's so great.
Yeah, let's discuss using that example. And then, if time allows, we shall also discuss our other examples as per our project in the beneficial owner.
Thank you
Beneficial
so much.
success.
Basically, briefly to explain about transforming or passing on beneficial success.
Oh, yeah.
We need to pass on things, not only success, but very many things. Just like I would be knowing something and I pass it on. It could be to a friend, to a family member, or even to my children.
True.
So the same thing applies to even success. We can pass on success to various people. So we gave an example of an arcade. So we want to look at how many people can benefit from the success of an arcade. We all believe that only one person sets up an arcade, like it has an owner or the landlord, but various people benefit from this kind of success.
And
That's
there, in that example that we are giving of the arcade, you find that the arcade owner has not employed primarily many people.
True.
But like you've said, or as we are going to proceed, you will find that as we are discussing, there are other people that he is employing secondarily.
That's true.
Yeah, so please proceed.
So basically, one would say, how come that a number of people can benefit from just only one building? One would say that it's my building, or it's his building. We don't benefit from it. We just pay rent. He benefits from us.
Oh, yes.
But when you look at the chain that we're going to discuss, it's a chain of people that benefit from this building. It's a chain of people that benefit from this property. So when we begin with the landlord as the top, the apex of the success of this, we do not only look at his family, but we look at even people that are under people who work from this arcade.
Most definitely. And even before you reach that point where he has started to benefit, the moment that there is, he has got an idea to construct the arcade or the mall, it means he is already sharing his success
There are already
with
people who have
engineers,
benefited.
with people that
Definitely.
are drawing these people of concept real estate. Yeah. So
So, thank you, Ronald. I think I'll pick it up from there. The fact that you're giving an example of actually what I'm good at.
Oh, yes.
And it's real estate. It's a very big chain that starts from just one person's vision. But this vision, the person looks at it as their own vision. But some people even learn lessons from it. Some people adapt them as their own visions. So Mr. Nicholas has given an example of an arcade. Some call them the plazas.
Yeah.
These shopping malls we see here. They have doors. They have partition rooms. So you can find one with over 100. When you go downtown, you could find one plaza, one arcade having over 100 shops, 150 shops. In my own understanding of how beneficial success works in this line, it's based on an idea where they are property managers. Now, if the landlord himself cannot even has already done his part, people have benefited already. Now his purpose is, how do I make money from this? Before even he starts making money from this property, there are already people looking for where to grab. And property management companies come in. They start sending in their applications. Please, can you hire us? So he'll look at all their
credentials,
how they operate, if these things meet his need, and when he looks at his investment portfolio, will it really adapt what he's expecting in a given period of time? Because everyone who makes an investment like that is expecting returns.
True
that.
And
Especially,
also, they intend not to be stressed. That's how
Thank
people
you.
come in to relieve them of the stress.
oh yes.
As property managers.
So when a property management company comes in and he selects that, okay, this is concept real estate, I've selected it to manage my property.
oh yeah.
That's where the game now starts. But that's where you start seeing beneficial success. First step that the property management does is assuring the landlord that it's actually going to make sure all shops are all full on capacity.
Oh yeah.
Full on capacity, full capacity, even extra, full to extra. And this is done where he will look for brokers. These brokers give them a certain fee or promise them a certain fee. These brokers will bring the tenants. When tenants come in, you find, let's say you have 100 doors.
Lockups,
Those are 100 lockups. Every lockup could just, in the start, it's only one landlord, one tenant that is checked in. When this tenant pays their rent for 3-6 months, sometimes they look at, this space is big. How do I make sure we share this rent with some people? So I'll look for 3 people to sub-rent with me. You find out that the rent, if it's 1.5 million, you find those who can, the 2 people who can bring 500, his plus half 500 or his 500.
To make the total of
make it
1.5.
So his strain, his or her strain has reduced because there is support. Now, beneficial success is already moving now. The power of beneficial success is already moving.
I understand.
From the one who came as a tenant to the people that are doing sub-renting. Now, the people who come as sub-renters, they also settle in. The landlord only wants to hear one thing, that his 1.5 from one lockup
Has been
Has
deposited.
been paid on that particular.
will not care about the other logistics, because those logistics are handled by the property management. As long as the property management delivers to the expectations that are promised. Now, when you have already sub-renters coming in, the sub-renters, they also have people they want to just bring in to work with them.
Oh yes.
It could be a smaller space, but you find that he or she, depending on the business they're doing, because some sell clothes, some are graphic designers, there are different businesses that run in town.
Yes.
You find that some of them cannot do this business alone. They'll end up bringing one person to work with them, or 2 or 3, depending on the need. So I'm sure Mr. Nicholas is conversant about graphic designing, and they have their structure, how they structure their work and people they work with. You find one person in machine, one person. Mr. Nicholas, how does that move? Because I'm sure there is beneficial success along that. We could use that as an example,
Okay.
because it has several bodies that attach to one thing.
Yes, it does.
in that line. Maybe before even Mr. Nicholas comes in, if it is okay with you, you as the property manager, how many people do you pass on the beneficial success that you've got from being the manager of the tenant? Because I
Thank
see.
you very much for that question.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'm sure I think I've understood what you wanted to mean. I have people who are behind me. If I'm the boss,
Yes.
that means I have an accountant, I have our operations manager, I have legal people because we need to draft
Oh yes.
contracts and lease agreements for these people. Then I have service providers too. Where you have someone who does the
ones
company
that
that does
supply you
garbage collection,
internet.
the internet if there's need be, depending on the structure of the
companies.
business, the security that keeps. So the chain it's already benefiting before even I go to the Nicholas's part. It's already benefiting these other people. So you find out that they benefit before it even goes to the tenants. On the property management side, I have
You've benefited over
15
6.
people. Because now I have those who do operations. It's not easy to get brokers to move there. I have people who
And
do
also
sales.
debt collection, because I don't think rent is
Now,
an easy one to
that
collect.
legal part, now the legal part is going to come with his debt collectors. He has also his stream where he actually has people. So the benefit comes from one thing and it gets to another, gets to another. You find out that by the time the tenant starts paying the rent, my friend, the rest of the team is already waiting for that money to come.
So, Mr. Nicholas, let's get to the lockup. Like the lockup, we have reached that point where now the lockup, we are filled into the lockup.
Yeah.
What happens thereafter?
Thank you, my brother. To take on that, we normally believe that the property manager wouldn't want to know how many people are renting in the place.
I
course
agree.
not.
All they need to know is
1.5 has come.
Is the money there?
Yeah.
you get it. So regardless of how you're figuring out how to raise this money, they don't care. As long as at the end of the month, their money is there. So there's a time whereby you move into a place, you're like, yes, I'll be able to raise this.
Oh, yeah.
Or you come in knowing that,
I want this solely.
Yeah.
I want it alone.
but time comes, you're like, I'm feeling it's a bit heavy for me, but it's my target point.
Yes.
Like my clients know this place, I can't quit it. So how do I figure out solving out the rent issue?
Yes.
So what comes to your mindset is sub-renting. I believe there isn't any place in town where they do abandon sub-renting. I believe it's not there. When we go to chapter 3, verse, the page 16, we actually gave an example of Nasa Road. Because basically that's what I know for the past 10 years.
Definitely.
Definitely. That's where I've
That's
been
why I had
ever
to
since I left campus.
ask him how
Yes.
it runs
So-
down there.
I went to campus. I went to Nasa Road, took up a place, but I was like, can I raise the 1.2? I was like, yes. I want it. There is that zeal that you get. It's a selling place. Nasa, like it's the printing.
Yes,
center.
everyone will run
World,
to there.
like as in countrywide. So when you go there, of course there is market there. But time comes, you're like, rent is now affecting my profits. So how do I figure this out? You get an idea. I need to sub-rent someone. So when you sub-rent, this is how beneficial success comes in. I personally, I'm sub-renting like 3 people. So if I'm paying 1.2 and I'm sub-renting more 3 people, that is 4 people. So each is paying 300,000. So you see how beneficial success is now coming in. I'm now
seeing.
raising up my profits from what I've been earning. You get it? So people that I bring in, they also have people that they do employ. I'll give an
Like
example.
it's not a one man's army that maybe I've come into
definitely.
your shop. Me, I sell this, that's what I sell, and I sell it solely.
Very well.
Okay.
So I'll give an example, like in my area or in my field. I do graphic designing, but I do not operate the machine. You get it? I do graphic designing, but I can't take on the sales part. So you see how 3 people are benefiting under one company.
So you employ 3 people
3 people
under you.
under me.
And then the
to
people
do-
that you've subletted,
They also employ like 3 or 4 people.
Because they're all in the same business sometimes.
Because you find like there are some people who are doing a wholesale business. They sell books, like stationery. They do wholesale. They can't run it alone. They have people that do deliveries. So like it goes.
So I remember on that our page 16 where we are talking about NASA Road.
Yeah.
When we summed up, we had up to a total of 17. And the 17th person was the person who was giving you security. You're on top of the one that was giving you security from the building, the one that was being given by the security manager. You had your own security
So
personnel.
there's a security person within.
With security personnel, you were contributing to pay all of you. Okay, let me say the 4 bosses.
Yeah, the 4 bosses. But in one room.
Wow.
So you see how it is.
So you find that 17 families are benefiting.
A quick question. Sorry. So this security person, how do they work? They work during the day, or they work in the same working hours that you work?
Yeah, they are working
Then they
during
go
the
with
same
you?
working hours. Reason is because they are providing security for the money that they are, not the entire building.
Of course, no. I'm just talking about for particular that's
so it was particularly for their money, because you know NASA Road is a place of
busy.
Muitabagezi.
So nobody steals your phone. Nobody steals your
so
machine.
basically what our service providers or what our property managers don't know, something that they do forget about. They employ one security guard to look after a place that has almost about 200 lockups.
In concept, we employ too.
You get it? So I'll give a live example. Go to Pioneer Mall. It has like over 500 lockups there, but you're only employing one security guard. You get it? So because me, I care
You
about
set
my
your record
business.
clear, Mr. Nicholas. Let me hope.
sure, because-
Let me hope you're so sure about this.
Basically, I think even it could even be not having one, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, we're talking about those ones.
But okay, let me not blast somebody's business, but let's just go to this to the property managers.
Yes.
We need more security.
Okay. So security managers out there, property managers out there.
They should.
But
add security.
so concept real estate, make better. Wherever you've not
shall
been
make
making good, maybe you're doing good, but please, you can make better.
We shall do better.
Yeah, thank you so much.
If you let us attack town, we shall really do better. Just make sure we attack that.
We shall definitely
that
welcome.
downtown.
So I want you to continue. You've employed 16 people. Like those are the people that physically come. Can you please dig it down for us deep? Because I remember, I still have the figures, because well, as you concentrated on that chapter, I still have the figures in my head as if we wrote this book yesterday. Can you please dig it down deeper for our viewers? Like 17 people, they are now working. Who else is benefiting?
So basically now I've talked about people who I'm sub-renting indoor.
Oh, yes.
Like within the room, within the lockup.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
But we even take it further to even sub-rent the corridors.
Tell me.
You get it?
Tell me.
We even sub-rent even the corridors.
Do your managers, property managers, know about this?
That question was supposed to come from me. Tell me.
Basically, as you said, that the landlord will task the property manager to look for what? Tenants. So when you get tenants, you won't care about how many they are, as long as you're getting rent. You get it? There was some time, remember.
What about the pressure on the resources? Help me understand. Now, most of this one who is in
but for me,
real estate,
for those
that's pressure that you people put on the resources.
But for those resources, if your resources in terms of
for example, toilets, they are putting pressure on them.
That's how the business has to operate.
And of course, it's again somebody else benefiting from the landlord.
I agree.
And in this toilets, they pay money there. So
Tell me.
We pay for them.
I thought I'm a tenant. It is a service that comes automatically.
We do not have such a kind of
see as
service.
property managers.
Oh my
We also
goodness.
we also put people on the toilets to actually. That's also another side where the landlord benefits.
Wow.
And actually,
Because they are cleaners who have to pay. Those are service providers who have to
yeah.
pay. Toilets, if they're not used well, you know what happens. That means the hygiene is bad. People fall sick. So we make sure that we put people there to make sure they are clean. We don't want that expense to go on the property management company. That expense, we want it to be from the people who are using the building.
Quick question, Mr. Semyaba.
Before I
Please.
that means it's the tenant's responsibility to make sure they pay the service that is provided. We just make sure we've put the service there, but they need to pay for it.
So you as the property manager, let me ask this question, not biased. Do you charge some money from this person who is managing your toilets? Because now it means, because if they are charging, literally they are making money, that's beneficial success passed on from your management company to them.
You see, I'll answer that every company has how it does its own things. Some people are comfortable with bringing just someone who's
Person
responsible
and they take
collect.
charge.
They take charge because they're also helping you. You know,
Do you
to make sure
set
the
out?
person-
I've ever seen. Meanwhile, let me tell you something.
Some choose to take a percentage of the money they make.
I've ever seen a bid for
Yeah, for,
Yeah, because it's a booming business.
you basically
Without those
actually,
things, my friend, you can't go to town.
actually before
Tell me.
before
What
before
would you do in town when you don't have where to help yourself?
before you even know, toilets make a lot of money than even some locals.
some people who are even paying the rent.
Before we fill up the building, this the toilets that are taken first.
Yeah.
Wow, this is amazing.
So the kind of success that we are looking at benefits very many people. So in my only lockup, I'm having people that I'm sub-renting. These people also have employees under them. You get it? Even before I go to their families that benefit behind their back, let's look at people who serve us food,
Oh yeah.
people who serve us drinks.
Yeah.
You get it? They are all benefiting. And it's very funny that the person that serves you breakfast is different
Tell me.
from the one of lunch.
I thought it is a
You get
restaurant. For example, Mama Nachi. I booked her. Hello, please bring me a Rolex. Do you mean at break time I will call Rehema? Hello, Rehema, I need lunch.
So now actually the point is, property managers won't need to rent out or give the bid to someone who is an individual person in this business.
Tell me.
Like if you come to me, you're like, okay, I want to be supplying food to your tenants, because you don't just come by abrupt.
Wow.
You're dealing with our people's lives. Very many people.
This side in our real life we call it politics. Like we say, politics is everywhere.
Of course,
so
now
in actual sense that's the real politics.
Now, actually, it could be business politics. True. But the thing is, if you give one person a bid to give me or to supply me lunch and breakfast, let me assume I'm paying 300,000. I'm the service provider.
But there is also free will whereby I'm a tenant and I will decide to get my lunch from Javas.
Yeah, it's okay. You can choose
yes,
all those options,
but,
but we provide an option for you.
One building has let me say 500 tenants. All want the majority
Yes.
Of course.
will choose
because we've come
these
to make
walk-ins.
money.
You get it. So a person that that gives out a service or a bid to only one service provider, just imagine Mama Naka pays 300,000 to offer us breakfast, lunch,
And dinner. I know some
we like
who eat
that
dinner.
that evening porridge. So if you give only one service provider that bid at 300,000, one will come in and say, "May I be giving you 100,000 for only breakfast? May I be giving you only 100,000 for evening tea?" So be like, Mama Nak, only deal with lunch. Give me 200,000. So this one who is serving breakfast, 100,000.
You get 100K from them
That's 300,
and you're getting another
then
100K
as same
from
as this. So you're getting different service providers. It's of course shooting up your income from them. But the point is, these people who walk in, who come to give us their services, the meals, the breakfast, the lunch, the dinners, whatever, they also benefit.
Yes.
They make profits out of that.
I get it.
You get it. And the money that we pay, it's a bit expensive. Because you find that the money that you leave at home, Kameza, is almost the same as what you eat a day.
You one person,
Nasa, of course.
but they at home. You left
same figure. Now
For-
just
for
imagine
four-
for 4 people.
just imagine now living at home.
But
Let
I
me assure you.
hear, let me give you an example. I hear you people just eat because you want to eat. Because at times jackfruit is passing, you want to eat jackfruit. Jackfruit has just passed, now porridge comes, still you want to eat.
Now the point is, we don't eat because we want to eat. But there are times
You
when
eat because you have the money?
there are times when we just want to utilize the the services and then the resources. You
Mr.
get
Robert,
it?
I didn't know about that. Anyway,
let me
this
say
brings me
property
to
management.
this brings me to remind all of us that we shall have to go down.
Yeah.
I believe you still have connections at NASA Road. We shall have to go down so that we show our viewers what really happens.
Beneficial
You will
success.
find that we shall find people. It may even be hard for us to see the person who rented the room.
Of course,
Definitely.
it could be hard. It could be hard.
So I want you to complete, let us sum it up. I want you to complete to us, we are 17 families, and now you've added another 6, which include the people that give you meals and what have you. So you sum it up for us so that I will catch up with you from there.
Okay, thank you. So basically, we've been now looking at the indoor part of the mall.
Yes.
You get it. We began with the indoor part of the room. We've gone to the corridors. We've now gone to the walk-ins who give us food, drinks, whatever. They are now hookers who come selling shoes.
But there are some buildings where they say hawkers not allowed. These people, they are the ones who put those things of hawkers not allowed.
We do that depends on the kind of business. Now, their kind of business, no walk-in is going to come and is selling, is going to print work for the people there. But then where we chase away walk-ins and hawkers are the places where the hawker is bringing
Shoes, for example.
is bringing them to a mall that sells shoes. How do they call phone covers? The mall is selling.
Thank you so much
phone
for
covers.
that clarity,
Mutasa
because
Cafe
I
is selling
never
phone
knew.
covers. Chargers, the walk-in is bringing.
Thank you so
The
much for
hawker is
that
bringing the same
clarity.
thing.
Honestly, I
So
never
that
knew.
being fair to
I
our
never
tenants.
knew that it had a basis. I thought maybe it was out of maybe
it's
bad
never.
heart.
It's
bias.
because we look at
Basically,
our
I think-
tenants as
yeah.
priority, first priority.
Okay, so let's proceed with hawkers.
So basically, now let us look at people who sell along outside.
Yeah.
You get it.
Verandas, those
Yeah.
include mobile money. Because
Mobile
that's where I see mobile money.
And that's one of the most working business, mobile money. Because we transact with money. At times it's even digital. Or most times it's digital money. Like you don't need to deal with cash for security.
Tell me.
You don't need to deal with cash.
That's how we use the merchants and what have you?
Definitely.
Okay.
So basically, to sum it up all, I took up a room, one person. But the person that is walking in is benefiting from me.
Oh, yeah.
Because hadn't I taken it up, it would have been empty. And you can't sell to an empty shop.
Sure.
So various people are benefiting from us. But we are also benefiting from somebody. Like we've said, it's a chain. You get it?
Yeah.
So remember, when we are bringing up the mall or the property, we left out some people who benefit from the back. We look up at the hardwares that began the journey.
Those ones began.
The hardwares that began the journey,
foundation
get
of
it?
the whole vision.
Like even before it was there, we even go back to the person who sold
The plot of land.
property.
the plot of land. You get it? So selling off the plot of land, KCCA comes in to approve the
And that is the
planning.
beauty that in
get it,
everything, everywhere where there is
There's
beneficial
benefit.
success, the government
It
benefits
goes
in
back
tax.
to the government.
That's the beauty.
So for them, they're beneficiaries by default.
Yes.
You get it?
I get it.
Actually, we can't even debate about
It's a
those.
no-brainer.
You get it? But let us look at the property seller who sold off the plot of land. We look at the engineer who made the plan for the building. We now go to the constructing company. How many people does Rocco employ?
No,
You get it?
Concept real estate.
Conceptually, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, that I was giving a.
You wanted to talk about the big dog.
Actually, not big dog, but my neighbor, of course.
Oh, I get it. Your neighbor,
They are my
Your
neighbors. My immediate
I get
neighbors.
it.
But we now look at the hardware that was supplying the materials. You get it? How many people does it employ? You get it? So before it even comes down to the families that benefit from us behind, we look at these people who the cameras see.
Yes.
They will see you building.
Yes.
You're earning from there.
Yes.
True.
You see it. They see you walking in with food, with drinks. You will benefit from there. And actually, it even goes beyond to even the service providers who supply us with let me call them equipments that we even use. Papers. we use ink. All these people are benefiting from only one person.
So it means beneficial success, it does not stop on ground, on surface. In fact, it does not only benefit us only as a nation. For example, because our case study was in Uganda when we were writing our book. However, I now happen to understand that beneficial success, it goes beyond.
It even goes beyond borders.
You can't block borders for it.
You can't.
It's just like the Holy Spirit. You can't block it.
Never.
It drives its own way. So thank you so much, Mr. Nicholas.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, my brother Robert.
Thank you.
Our viewers, thank you so much for giving this time. And I want to remind you that on the 8th of August 2025, we shall be having 20 years of Wilson Bugembe at Serena Hotel. And I will call upon you people. Let us support our brother so that we share with him our success, just like he will be sharing with us his success. Thank you so much. I've been with Nicholas here and Mr. Robert here. And on camera, we had our production manager, Mr. Mood. Thank you so much. And until I see you again at Watch Africa Studios. Thank you. Shalom.